Welcome one and all to a very special Cinebites episode of the Cinegeeks Podcast. I'm your host Roy, and today I'll be talking about a possibly important theory that we have about the upcoming 20th Century Studios film Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. The movie stars Owen Teague as Noah, a chimpanzee born 300 years after the events of the reboot trilogy of the Planet of the Apes franchise that ran from 2011 to 2017. But before we continue, we'd like to remind everyone who hasn't done so to follow our pod wherever you listen to podcasts, like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and YouTube. Also, set your players to automatically download our new episodes so you don't miss out on our fun Cinegeek conversations. And please, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Threads, and X, aka Twitter, so you can join in on the Cinegeeks conversation. Also, visit our website, www.cinegeekspod.com, for the latest in movie and TV news and reviews. Okay, for the purpose of this episode, we will be referring to the newest Apes movie simply by its keyword, which is Kingdom. Now, in Kingdom, Noah, alongside Raka, a wise old orangutan, played by Peter Macon, encounters May, played by Freya Allen, a human who seems to be different from the other mute and feral Homo sapiens in this new world. At the same time, Proximus Caesar, played by Kevin Durand, last seen as the dim-witted Peter in Abigail, uses old human weapons and technology and his own perversion of the teachings of the original Caesar to enslave other apes. Noah, alongside Raka and May, then go on a journey of discovery that could possibly change the relationship of human and ape forever. Alright, now that we've set the table about Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, let's go over a few facts about the film. So first, this one is set approximately 300 years after the reboot trilogy of Planet of the Apes. So we aren't going to see Caesar or Will Rodman or Jason Clarke's character or Woody Harrelson's character because they've long since passed. Now, second, Planet of the Apes fans, hold on to something because I've got a juicy detail for you. Remember the new character I was referring to earlier, called May? Well, her name has been changed to Nova thanks to, I won't really say that's a slip-up, but the newest material that 20th Century Studios released, their new featurettes, specifically refers to her character as May/Nova. Now that might ring a bell for longtime fans because Nova is a recurring character throughout the whole Planet of the Apes saga. Going back to the original 1968 movie as well as the original novel itself. Now her backstory changes a little bit depending on which property of the franchise you're talking about. But usually she's portrayed as a woman who can't speak and gets captured alongside the story's main hero. Think back to those classic movies with Charlton Heston and James Franciscus. In War for the Planet of the Apes, the finale of the reboot trilogy, she is reimagined as a little mute girl who Caesar, played by Andy Serkis, saves after a dangerous run-in with her family. Caesar and his circle then find out that she is carrying the simian flu, the virus that changed everything. Now think of the simian flu as the spark that ignited this whole crazy world. It's not just a virus, it's the reason why apes rule in this new trilogy. Everything, the rise of Caesar, the fall of humanity, it all started with that virus. Okay, picture this. The simian flu, the virus that threw the whole world into chaos, actually started as ALZ-112. It was supposed to be a miracle cure for Alzheimer's, a hope for people with fading minds. Now, Dr. Will Rodman, portrayed by James Franco, created it, driven by the desperate wish to help his own father, Charles, portrayed by John Lithgow. But Rodman's company, Genesis, think of them as the bad guys in this story, they only cared about profits. They tested the drug unethically on apes, and it worked. Too well. The apes became incredibly intelligent, and that sparked a dangerous idea in Rodman. Now, he tinkered with the formula and created an even stronger strain, ALZ 113. That's where it backfired. The virus mutated, went airborne, and became a full-blown pandemic that brought humanity to its knees. All right, so here's where we're going to have to use conjecture because obviously we still haven't seen the film and we are basing this all off of Kingdom's promotional materials so far. Now, in the trailers we've seen for Kingdom, we are shown that humans have become primitive and feral, a clear side effect of the simian flu. The inability of the humans to talk is, as mentioned earlier, a hallmark for the young Nova character in War for the Planet of the Apes. However, it is striking to see that the May/Nova character carries herself differently than the other humans in this world. She dresses differently, and she doesn't scurry around while being chased by Proximus Caesar's minions like the others. Now this brings us to the theory part of this mini-pod. Okay? Think back to the reboot trilogy. The simian flu was humanity's downfall. But in May/Nova, things come full circle. Yes, she carries the virus, but her body has found a way to fight it. She developed the antibodies to protect her from the effects of the simian flu. Even more incredibly, those antibodies brought back the very thing that the virus took away: human intelligence. Now that is why Proximus Caesar is shown as wanting to do away with her, and by extension Noah, because he knows that her presence is the key to humans and apes being equal. That's an awesome reversal of the primary conflict of the Apes franchise as a whole. Since the release of the first Planet of the Apes film in 1968, the franchise has always explored power, prejudice, and the fight for equality. But Kingdom might offer a radical twist. Our theory is that it won't just be about apes claiming their place, but about confronting an age-old question in a brand new way. Can a society built on overcoming oppression learn to avoid becoming the oppressor? The Planet of the Apes movies have never shied away from using hard sci-fi to comment on the ills that have plagued society. And Kingdom promises to be a stellar new addition to this veritable franchise. How about you guys? What do you think about our theory about Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes? Now, wouldn't you want to see this new chapter of the Planet of the Apes saga unfold for yourself? Well, guess what? You have a chance. Okay? We are giving away a pair of tickets to 3 lucky winners to the advanced screening of Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, which will be held on May 7, 6:30 p.m. at the IMAX Theater in SM Mega Mall. Okay? Now, for those who want to win those tickets, here's how you can join. First, after you've listened to this episode, visit www.cinegeekspod.com/post/apes2024. So that's APES2024. And follow the instructions that you see on the page. After you've done all the tasks, visit our Facebook page, www.facebook.com/cinegeekspod, and comment on the post of this episode with your theory about Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes with the hashtag Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes PH. Now, for your entry to be valid, you will have to comment on the aforementioned Facebook post with your theory alongside the film's official hashtag. Now, this promo will run from April 29 at 12 noon until May 4th at 11:59. We will notify the winners via email that was used to enter the contest. We'd like to wish everyone the best of luck, and we hope to see you at the advanced screening. Now, for news and tidbits about Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, please don't forget to follow 20th Century Studios on their Facebook and Instagram pages. By the way, again, don't forget to set your players to automatically download our new episodes so you don't miss out on our fun Cinegeek conversations. And while you're at it, please give us a 5-star rating on Spotify and Apple Podcasts if you had fun or if you learned something new during this episode. By the way, this has been Roy, and thank you for listening to the Cinegeeks Podcast, where movies, TV, and all things geek collide.